the 16th day of January 2026, we concluded that the of all of us, including members who had the opportunity to address the media a few days ago and those who had already decided not to proceed but changed their positions, in the face of the prevailing situation, our decision to proceed is informed by the following. 1. The governor and the deputy governor do not have any intention to stop disobeying the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 as altered. This is the third time that impeachment proceedings will top affairs of the state, and we have noticed that the governor and the deputy governor have mastered the act of manipulating leaders and public opinion against the House rather than retrace their steps, assure the House and indeed Nigerians that infractions of the Constitution and laws of Rivers State will be altered in the best interest of the state. 2. The governor and deputy governor are acting as if Rivers State House of Assembly does not exist. They are unperturbed about the allegations and are still posting through their media attack dogs that members will simply be called to stop and that members cannot enforce the Constitution. This is indeed a real problem for our democracy, as it looks like the Rivers State governor and the deputy governor are above the Constitution and will continue to do whatever they like, and the arm of government that is empowered to check their excesses will always be ordered not to work, keep quiet, and be humiliated. 3. While members were positively considering calls from stakeholders, the governor and the deputy governor were busy using paid media platforms to attack us in the media, misinforming the masses, as well as making plans to use state institutions like EFCC to intimidate us. They have refused to respond to any of the allegations or particulars of gross misconduct, but have so much time to go to the church and use innuendos of backing dogs to spite us, and are still insisting that they will not respect the legislature or work with members of the Rivers State House of Assembly 10th Assembly precisely. 4. Many stakeholders who are calling on us are not willing to call on the governor and the deputy to do the right thing. The governor and the deputy governor are the aggressors, serial offenders of our Constitution, and a serious threat to our democracy. The short path to sustainable peace and progress of our state is the rule of law, separation of powers, and respect for the Constitution, and not to blackmail or intimidate anybody. 5. In a bid to gain or win sympathy for the governor or deputy governor, many who do not mean well for Rivers State or democracy simply reduce everything to disagreement between our political leader and the governor. The real problem is that the governor and his deputy are at war with the ground norm, the Constitution, just to achieve their political goals. We urge the good people of Rivers State to read the notice of allegations against the governor and the deputy governor. We are convinced that they would understand better situation and the context of our own position. 6. Previous attempts at resolving the quagmire politically failed because the governor does not abide by any agreement and cannot be trusted. It is obvious that the only solution now is to apply the solution prescribed by the 1999 Constitution as altered, which is the impeachment of the incorrigible governor and the deputy governor. We therefore strongly appeal to all leaders at all levels and the good people of Rivers State to carefully consider the problem at hand and understand that the impeachment process is the best way to go at this point. We are using this medium to call on Mr. Speaker to allow the constitutional process to proceed unhindered. Finally, we thank our dear President, His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, TCFR, who has demonstrated so much love for Rivers State. He did his best for the resolution of this impasse, but the governor and deputy governor are adamant. To other leaders, stakeholders, and the good people of Rivers State, we thank you for your prayers and support. We will continue to defend you and the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. God bless you all. This press conference is signed by all the members of the 10th Assembly, and therefore members are urging Mr. Speaker to immediately convene the House for these members and the House to do our constitutional functions and do the needful. That is our collective resolve. Thank you. Yes. God bless all of you. Thank you. Charles.
Look at that, bro. You won't put mine.
Bend down, bend down. Fast. We're still live.
Good morning, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Honorable Silvanus Eninawankwo. I represent the good people of Omoma State constituency and the minority leader of the 10th Assembly. Gentlemen of the press, you will recall that on the 12th day of January 2026, myself and my colleague, Honorable Peter Aben, addressed the press, wherein we made a plea to our colleagues to seek for a political solution to this impasse that is going on between the Assembly and the Governor of Rivers State. During the pendency of this appeal, we found out that the Governor and the Deputy Governor, they have all employed their media boys and aides to continuously attack the Rivers State House of Assembly instead of seeking for the political solution which we offer. It is on this basis that I, Honorable Silvanus Eninawankwo, and my fellow colleague here, Honorable Peter Aben, say that the impeachment proceedings should continue. We have sent our plea. Thank you so much.
Gentlemen of the press, you will recall, as the minority leader said, some few days ago, we pleaded with our colleagues to rescind the impeachment process. But as we all know, as my colleague, the minority leader said, we have been a series of attacks because we see that the governor's ploy is to continue to infringe on the Constitution. And remember, I told you that infringement on the Constitution is a no-go, it's a no-no. So the infringement, there is no stopping the governor and the deputy. So me, as an Ijaw man, I'm an Ijaw man to the governor, and this is not ethnic. We should not ethnicize this. This is simply a constitutional matter. And so we are saying that the process should hereby continue. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. Gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. I, Honorable Eninawankwo, the Deputy Minority Leader and member representing the Ghana Constituency 1. Recall that on Wednesday, the 14th of January 2025, Honorable Emilia Lucky Amadi and I addressed the media and stated that we are willing to adopt a political solution to the matter affecting the governor and his deputy governor, removal from office. Regrettably, the governor and deputy governor have sent signals to us that they are not prepared to retrace their steps and govern in line with the Constitution. They are adamant. We are now convinced that their strategy is to intimidate us into withdrawing the impeachment process for the third time while they continue their infractions on the Constitution and the law. They are insisting that others will come and we will not perform the oversight functions like other states' legislation in the federation. This is very bad for our democracy. On this note, we are proceeding with the impeachment process, and while we thank Mr. President for his fatherly effort so far that the governor and the deputy governor have both disregarded, let me call on my colleague to say something concerning this issue. Thank you.
Gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen, I am Honorable Emilia Lucky Amadi. I represent the good people of Fubara State Constituency 2. What Honorable Eninawankwo just said now is that we have resolved to proceed with the impeachment process. We had earlier taken a position to consider a political solution, but the governor and deputy governor are ignoring us. And regarding the House of Assembly, to the background, they are insisting that they will not govern in line with the Constitution and that nothing will happen. There are strong indications that they are adamant with their decisions to continue with illegal actions in the state. And they are boasting that we do not matter and cannot perform oversight functions or even be ever allowed to pass an appropriation bill. They are telling us that gave judgment warning to governor and deputy governor. We must defend the institution of the legislation. And we call on all and sundry to rally round us and resist enemies of our democracy. Finally, we extend our gratitude to Mr. President for doing so much for the peace and progress of Rivers State, and thank Rivers people for their support and prayers. Thank you.
Charlie, hold the mic now. Wow, pin the mic now.
Gentlemen of the press, my name is Honorable Major Jack. I represent the good people of Akubutoro Constituency 1. I'm an Ijaw man by tribe in the Rivers State House of Assembly. Today, we are here to tell Rivers people that what we are doing, it is constitutional. There is no ethnic coloration to it. Nobody should bring in ethnicity. We are here to defend the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, as amended. Therefore, we have urged Mr. Speaker to reconvene this House for us to sit and continue with the impeachment process. Thank you.
Gentlemen of the press, I would love to clarify that impeachment is one of the mechanisms set up in the Constitution for checks and balances. Impeachment is not and should not have any ethnic agenda. My name is Linda Somiari Stewart. I represent the people of Okrika State Constituency. I'm an Ijaw woman. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Honorable Dogiton Smart. I represent the people of Okrika State Constituency 2. Just like my colleagues have said earlier, I think I have nothing much to add to it, but just to say what we intend or are about to do is one of our duties as legislators, which is to check and oversight executive. Section 118 surface, Section 7 are giving us the constitutional power to check, to supervise, or to investigate when there are allegations or notice of gross misconduct. Like I said earlier, I don't have much to add to it, just to say impeachment is not a death sentence. As an Ijaw son, I say to my job brothers that what we intend doing has not to do with ethnicity or tribal sentiment. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I'm Takenare Wellington Granville. I represent Masardo Constituency 1. I'm an Ijaw son. I tried as much as possible when Peter Abi spoke to me, and I considered some of this. But the plans, the strategy of the governor, I must tell you, is to murder democracy. The strategy of the governor is to eliminate the legislative arm of government. So it's quite unfortunate. I can't help it. It's a constitutional matter. It's quite unfortunate that the governor is an authoritative governor, a strong man governor, and an executive autocrat. Sincerely speaking, never again if us people have such. Let's say thank you and God bless.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Honorable Lolo Isaiah Okwende. I represent the good people of Akuto Constituency 2. I am speaking as an Ijoman, and nobody is more Ijo than others. Those issuing threats, those saying we should not go on, they've not asked the root of this problem. While we started the impeachment process, the governor was busy paying people to say they want to withdraw us from our constituency. Is that the right thing to do? If you need peace, you should have called the leadership of the assembly to say, what is the way forward? What do we do? But that is not done. And we should not put ethnic coloration to this particular problem that is going on. Impeachment is a constitutional matter, and the legislature has done their own. It is left for others to do their own. If you don't want you to be impeached, then you toward the path of peace and negotiate with the assembly. But you are not doing so. Rather, you are bringing up threats. You are creating pity party in the social media. We don't want that. I'm an Ijo son, and I support, and I'm urging the speaker to call another sitting today so that we can continue with our process. Thank you very much.
Gentlemen of the press, the good people of River State, my name is Ofis Katlan Christopher. I'm from Andoni, the same federal constituency with the governor. I'm a born again, a man of integrity. As I'm saying to you today, there is nothing that we are doing that is not in the Constitution. The Supreme Court has summarized everything and said that there was no governance in River State, and also said that we have a despot in River State. What else? People should stop bringing tribal sentiment. It's not by emotion. It's to look into the allegation one by one and check if there was any infringement on the Constitution. So it's a constitutional matter. So I stand by what I have signed, and I still stand by it, and I still stand by it. So I thank you, and I call on the good people of River State to rally around the assembly to do the right thing. Today, we are averting war in River State. We are saving democracy in River State. Thank you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Honorable Lawmakers. I'm of the Ijo extraction. I was elected into the 10th Assembly to uphold to the Constitution, not to represent an ethnic group. What we are discussing here is all about Constitution. And we know we are elected to follow the Constitution as it is written in the 1999 Constitution as amended. What we are doing here today is not out of place. We are doing what we are elected to do. And 188 has given us the power to impeach the governor, the deputy, if they infringe into the Constitution. So I want to join my colleague to say that what we are doing, we are in line, and we'll continue with it to the latter. Thank you.
I am Honorable John Dominic Jeremiah. I represent Abu Aodo State constituency. At the same time, I'm the minority chief whip. I'm an Ijo son. You don't mix politics with emotions. This is pure constitutional matter. The governor have erred and must face it. I'm calling on Mr. Speaker to reconvene the House. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you once again. My name is Honorable Peter Abe, representing Degema State constituency, which is an Ijo constituency, and I'm an Ijo son. We've heard from numerous of my Ijaw brothers and colleagues in the House. This is not an ethnic matter. I repeat, this is not ethnicity. We were elected to this House to represent our people, and we do not. Rivers State is multi-ethnic, is a multi-ethnic society. So therefore, this is not only Ijaw that are saying that the process must continue. All of us, in fact, the 26 of us, are unanimously behind that fact. So I call on the Mr. Speaker to please reconvene the House in
Distinguished ladies, gentlemen of the press. My name is Labo George. I represent Asari 2. I come from Calabari Kingdom. Descendant of the great Prince George the Martin of the Calabari Kingdom. I am a member of the House Assembly, Success area. I represent my people in Asari 2. It is said that there's justice when there's a harmonious functioning between the tripartite arms of government. It is said that there's justice, there's peace, there's equity, and social order when all and sundry subject themselves to the dictates of the government, the Constitution, the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999. It's an anomaly, an anatomy, to reduce constitutional matters to mere tribalism and ethnicity. If all of us want peace, if we want justice, if we want a society that is ordered, then we must be subject to the provisions of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The legislature must be allowed to do its work without hindrance. If we want to run away from the Assembly, to immediately reconvene the legislature to perform its constitutional duties as empowered by the government. If we do not save democracy today, then all of us, one day, at one time or the other, will be swallowed by lawlessness. Thank you. May God bless you.